Hey, this is Mary Lee Johnson here once again at the 2014 Tampa Convention. I'm here with Bill DeSimone, and you were talking about so much about exercise. We had so many questions for you. I had a few, and I'm sure everybody else has them too. Is there one most preventable injury?
One most preventable injury. Well, the obvious should be the injury that happens actually in the gym. Drop a barbell on your throat, trip while you have a barbell on your back. That should be really obvious. For most people, though, that doesn't happen too. There's also the long-term chronic problem that exercise might inadvertently bring on. So just because you're cleared of the obvious injury or accident doesn't mean you're invulnerable for the rest of your life. So for instance, with my own ruptured biceps and triceps that got me started on this, the triceps, I fell skating. Very obvious, okay? What do you do for that? Don't fall. The biceps, though, it was a slow curl. There was nothing extreme about what I was doing. I was warmed up. I was using a good form, very, very slow movement. I wasn't excessive in the weight, and it just went. Except it didn't just go then. It was probably years of excessive range of motion, years of a little bit of a heave and a drop, years of getting a good stretch with the weights that wore that particular joint out. And so it looked like it went then, but that wasn't the obvious injury. It was a sneaky thing that caught up to me 20 years later.
So somebody injures themselves and they think, oh, I just did it yesterday. But really, they've been doing it for 10 years.
Well, or like some of the guys here today, which I'm kind of surprised at, 25-year-old guys saying, oh yeah, my elbows are hurting and my shoulders are hurting. I mean, the things I did when I was 20 haunted me when I was 40. They didn't haunt me at 25. Of course, the things I do wrong now haunt me later, so.
When you said somebody might say, nothing hurts, why should I change what I do?
That's right.
Why should they change what they do? If they're like, no, I'm happy with my form, I don't want to correct it at all, I think I'm doing fine, I've never hurt myself, that means I'm doing it perfect.
That's right. Well, I really try to speak to receptive audiences. So if someone is doing everything wrong and claims nothing hurts, more power to you, good luck. If things hurt, you have an idea where the problem is. But I actually find that there are enough people out there, especially my age, where they've had a dull ache in their shoulder, or they thought this exercise wasn't agreeing with them. And when they've either cut it out or modified it, the pain goes away. Gee, magic. So, it's like now, you have a CrossFit person, a P90X person, oh, I love this workout, nothing hurts. Oh, more power to you. When things start to hurt,
come see
me. Of course, nowadays they've completely undermined it, and they kind of celebrate the injuries, which I find astonishing.
It's almost like a war wound.
So the badge of honor, right?
Yeah. I read your book, and the question that I had, not about the form, because everything seems really good, is you talk about a moment arm. Mm-hmm. How is that different than a lever?
It's the same thing.
Okay. So
it was catchier.
It was catchier. I was like,
lever exercise, moment arm sounded cooler.
I thought that if I had that, then somebody else might have that too, and I was like, maybe I'm just thinking it wrong.
It's the same thing. I just thought it sounded cooler.
When people want to read your books, because they will, because they're really good, read his books, where would they go and get them?
Both are on Amazon.
Okay.
Congruent Exercise is in print and Kindle, and Moment Arm Exercise is still in the spiral bound version.
And do you have a blog that you want people to go see, or?
I do. If you go to optimalexercisenj.com, okay, that has a page with all the links to a blog, various interviews I've done with Anthony and others through the years, links to videos I've done, so it's all on that one webpage.
You mentioned Anthony. How are you finding the 21 convention this year with the other speakers and the content?
Well, Eric Daniels, I didn't know. I thought his stuff was great. McGuff, I do know, and his stuff was different. You know, I know everything is new to somebody once,
Yeah.
so you would want to repeat the basics. But I've seen the basics, so when McGuff goes completely different direction, or Eric comes in with something I hadn't considered before, I mean, it was fascinating.
That's fantastic. It's been so happy. I've been so happy to have you, and it's been so great to have you here with us. This is Marilee Johnson with the 2014 Tampa Convention. See you guys later.